Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Timpedia, and welcome to another E3 press conference reactions video. For this one, the EA one, and the Nintendo one, I am doing these a couple of days, an entire weekend actually, after I saw the conferences. I am really mostly just going on my notes at this point. I was home for the weekend, so sorry if I'm not quite as verbal. I don't talk as much as I did on the other three. And I just ate a bunch of food and shit, so I'm good to go. So let's do this. EA, first thing, Dead Space 3. And I'm going to go back to my format of reading all my notes. Very excited, always liked Dead Space. Co-op should be fun, hopefully not RE5. Hopefully this isn't Resident Evil 5 where the co-op is shit and the whole game is shit. But Dead Space is awesome. I've always loved the Dead Space franchise. I've always liked the creepy atmosphere, and yet I've never been a real horror gamer. I've never really been into horror stuff. But I love the action, I love the creepy atmosphere. It's also why I liked Doom 3 quite a bit. I loved that style of being creepy. You know, like where there's just this creepy atmosphere. It's not necessarily scary, but you just feel kind of tense. That's what I like. Actually, while I was home over the weekend, I read the Game Informer article, or one of them, on Dead Space 3, and it actually said the game can be played single-player or co-op, and it plays differently, but the story is the same, and I think that's fucking great, because it's not stuck on co-op, so awesome, great. This is almost done. Madden 13, don't care about sports games at all. Same spiel as always about totally new sports game from last year. If you like sports, I guess this is the best, but not by much. Yeah, this is the thing. They always play up these sports games like, there's this revolutionary new thing this year compared to last year's shitty old game that that was terrible, but this is going to be good because we have this new dynamic tackling system. I don't fucking care. The only sports games I ever really played at all were hockey games with my friends. Because a lot of people that I grew up with, a lot of my friends were into hockey. And I had a brother who played hockey in high school, so it just became something I played with them. Right near the end of high school, they got into FIFA. Fuck FIFA. I've never liked playing soccer games. Okay. It's gone. It's gone. SimCity Social, Facebook game, automatic no. Interesting social if you're into Facebook games. I've never played Facebook games. I'm barely ever on Facebook. I'll check it all the time to see if there's any stories or posts from like my family or my friends, and if any of my friends are online, I might chat to them, but I don't do anything on Facebook. I haven't posted on Facebook in months. It's very rare that I go on Facebook for any significant amount of time unless I'm chatting with someone. SimCity, the new one. Impressive, should draw anyone interested into city building. For me though. I've never really been into the SimCity franchise. I kind of was when I was a lot younger, and it was kind of cool to just build your city. And I actually played it on my fucking calculator in high school. That's how much of a nerd I was. I played SimCity on my calculator. And this does look like a good SimCity update. Instead of like Sims where they just fucking throw out a billion expansion packs, this seems like a really solid new version of the game. And if you liked SimCity and you're still into the franchise, then this looks like it'll be a good one. It's still not my cup of tea, though, really. Battlefield 3, 4 big expansions is very impressive, shows real commitment to the game, unfortunately premium. Elite ripoff, which is bad sign. Yeah, they announced that there are 4 big themed expansion packs coming to Battlefield 3, which, as I said, is awesome because it really shows that they are committed to Battlefield 3 and just extending that one game purchase. I know... Think about it this way. You can buy a new Call of Duty game every year at full price, and lose all your stats and everything, or you can keep playing Battlefield 3 and pay a little bit for new content, or sign up for premium, which is... I know I don't like having to do all this DLC stuff, but I figure it's better than getting a new game, and with premium you get all this expansion packs and all this other stat tracking and stuff. And if you play Battlefield 3 a lot, I can understand why you get it. I play Call of Duty. I used to play Modern Warfare 3 a lot more. I haven't played as much recently. And I was considering signing up for Elite, but the problem is you have to have a group of people sign up for it who are committed to the DLC and committed to playing together all the time. And I don't have that, so It's not for me, but if you are into Battlefield 3 and you really like playing with a core group of friends, then maybe you should look into getting Premium, because then you can get these 4 big expansion packs. The Old Republic, great to see more free updates, wish game the best. Fuck you, General Lots, for ruining the Old Republic for me. I loved the Old Republic, then General Lots got it and was like, oh, Tim, wait, you gotta wait for me to catch up my character. And then I got bored, because I was waiting for him all the fucking time, and I had to always listen to him complaining about how far ahead I was, and then I just stopped playing, and I wasted all that money on that shit. Fuck you, General Lots, for making me do that. It is a great game, and they are doing free massive updates, which I think is so fucking kick-ass, but unfortunately, I just cannot, I can't break through that barrier of boredom again. I just can't get back into my character, and I don't feel like starting over again. It sucks. Medal of Honor Warfighter looks like another shooter. Frostbite 2 still looks good. Medal of Honor, just give up Medal of Honor. You haven't had a good game since Allied Assault. That was one of the best fucking shooters on the PC. I loved that game. I always remember the submarine level where you sneak around, pretend to be a German, flashing your pass at people and trying to sneak around and dodge the officers and shoot them in the back of the head with the silenced pistol to try to get their papers away from them so you could sneak around and be like, I'm an officer. God, that was so good. That was the only real Medal of Honor game I've ever really loved. And the D-Day level, God, that was such a good D-Day level. Fuck, it was so good. That minefield to get between the bunkers was fucking impossible, though. But I don't really care about Warfighter. I'm not going to get it. I didn't get the other Medal of Honor. I'm not going to get this one. Frostbite 2 does look great, though, but play Battlefield 3 if you want Frostbite 2 already. More sports stuff I don't care about at all. FIFA, still don't care about sports. Enough with gameplay innovation. UFC, more sports. UFC president, only guy really excited to be doing stuff. Yeah, the president of the UFC came out and was like, yeah, I'm excited, we're doing this with EA, we're doing so good, and I'm going to freak out my camera. Sorry. But he was really pumped, and it was cool to see someone actually excited to be on stage instead of always like, hello, we're going to do really shitty jokes like we did at Ubisoft, or we're going to just be dry like a lot of the Microsoft people and a lot of the Sony people. We're just here to do our presentation. He was excited, which was cool. Need for Speed Most Wanted looks cool. Not super into racing games. Looks like a good arcade racer, though, which means I might get it, because every few years I do feel the need to get an arcade racer game. Like Burnout Paradise was my last one a couple of years ago. So maybe I'll look into getting Most Wanted, but it does look kind of cool for an arcade racer. Why is my lighting so freaking out? Fuck it. Crysis 3. It looks very Crysis 2. If you like that, you'll probably like this. I need to see more. Never played Crysis 2. Played the first Crysis. It was kind of cool, but fucking annoying to play. Crysis 2, I watched some of a Let's Play. Nah, didn't seem hyper interesting to me. It seems like they dumbed it down a little bit, which I didn't like as much. And Crysis 3 looked like it was running with, like they took the graphics engine of 3 and just overlaid it on new content for 2. It really didn't look that different at all. Overall, again, no real surprises. Crysis 3 and UFC only real reveals. Dead Space 3, only really interesting thing for me. I fucking love Dead Space 3. Since there's no new BioWare stuff, there's no real there's no real EA stuff that's keeping my interest besides Dead Space 3 right now. Battlefield 3, The Old Republic, they deserve the best. I own both of those, and I hope they do great. Other than that, it was mostly sports games and Warfighter, and just Crysis 3 and Need for Speed. But yeah, overall, EA had a pretty good thing. Obviously, a lot of people don't like EA. I don't really give a shit about EA because I only buy I buy BioWare games, and then I buy Dead Space, and I can't really think, and I think Reckoning might have been, no. Was Reckoning? I had it down here. Was Reckoning published by EA? Yeah. Kingdoms of Amalur: Reckoning was also published by EA. I only buy like if you sports games, okay. You're gonna get screwed no matter what you want as sport games from EA. If you like sports games, you will be screwed by EA because instead of doing the easy thing and just giving you updates and roster updates to their old games, they'll make you buy a new game every year. It's fucking stupid as hell, and you guys just feed into them if you like sports games, so stop doing that. Just play your old sports games and make up your own rosters again and make your custom characters and shit. Stop buying the new ones. It's fucking stupid. But yeah, so EA, Dead Space 3, don't give a shit about really anything else. It's nice to see the Old Republic and Battlefield 3 doing well. Good for them. I'm going to end this here, and then I'm going to do Nintendo, and then I'm going to be done! And until such time, my name is Timpedia, and I will catch you guys next time.